Welcome back.
We're doing our first roadside repair. What the fuck? So I've been sitting here waiting for Mandy to get out of work and doing some work on the laptop, and the ceiling fan has a powered lid that opens up and down, and it's just been kind of like not clicking, but like the little motor runs for like a split second, like it's trying to close, but it's already all the way closed, and then it realizes that it's on the limit switch, so it stops. What I found was that there's some condensation that builds up like up on this wall, because this is outside of the roof of the van. It's warm inside here, but it's very cold outside, which is fine. This plastic can get wet, but then it was dripping onto the control board here, and I think it's causing a short somewhere on this board, although nothing looks like it's burnt or actually damaged. I got to do a little bit more disassembly to get a better look at the other side of the board, but I think if I just dry it off, it will be okay. But we still got to figure out a solution to the moisture problem. So this seems to be working. I've just been letting it hang here for a few hours, and it's kind of just air drying, and I gave it a wipe first, but then I let the heat in here do the rest of the work. So I think I'm gonna just give it a little while longer, let it get even drier, and for now I'm making some leftover cheesesteaks. Mandy made these for us for lunch yesterday, and they were so good. So I know that I've said probably 87 times now that this thing is done, but I still have some more stuff to do. We've been learning a few things. First thing I want to do is drill some holes in the toilet. This is a pitcher that holds all the pee, but it sits in like a bucket, and this bucket is basically sealed. Like it doesn't have holes in the bottom, which causes it to accumulate some shower water, like stuff that just drips and sprays while we're showering accumulates in there, which isn't really a huge deal because it's just a plastic bucket and it's like soapy water, but it just, you know, when soapy water sits around, it gets kind of grody. So I'm just going to drill a couple of holes in there, which the manufacturer actually recommends to do, and I didn't know that until I started doing a little bit of research. I read on their website the other day, they said if it's in a wet bath, you should drill holes in that thing. So I'm gonna do that right now. Another thing that was like a developing issue was that this handle was a little loose. I actually had to take the handle off, and then this is bolted to a plastic piece inside there, and that screw was loose. Oh God. So I just took that screw out and I put some Loctite on there, because I think that happened once a while back when this was like freshly installed, so it might just be like vibrations from driving are causing it to loosen up a little bit. So hopefully the Loctite resolves that issue. It's tight for now, but who knows.
Rob forgot to cut his hair again.
Yeah, it's overdue. You guys can tell that I'm like really bald when I don't cut my hair.
It's just like a receding hairline and bald on top.
Yeah. There was something that I did.
You fixed this panel, did you show them?
I don't know. This is here. It's got dents in it though, so whatever.
It's alright, but it sticks now.
Yeah. The fan is fixed. It's been like a day now, back together, dried out.
You can see the street light out there from the parking lot.
We got our fire extinguisher mounted. This is the kind of thing that you want to never have to use, so.
Did you show them our Ipswich sign?
I don't know. It's there.
Do you want to?
That's our old zip code where we lived.
The sign was provided by our great friend Lisa. So if you need any signs, let us know and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, what's the name of her company?
Rustic Sentiments. I think she's on Facebook. You can find her there. Or Instagram. Or just message us. Okay, bye.
So like I said, we've been having some moisture control issues in here just because it's been so cold outside and so warm in here because the heating system is working so well. But the windows are really where the water is accumulating. So when we pull the window covers off, the water really is just dripping down in the morning. But I've had these guys forever. I don't know if you can see this, but check this out. I just wanted you guys to see how much water this will actually hold. So this towel, does it tell me how big it is? It's 17 by 12 and a half. So it's like size A sheet of paper. The sound effect is so good. There's some on my hands too, but you get the idea. Can you see how much water that is? Wait, I have a better idea. There's a measuring cup in here somewhere. That's looks pretty darn close to a half cup to me. Slightly more than a half cup. But that's pretty good, I think. Anyways, if you're having moisture control issues in your van or RV, get a shammy. Not the if it's spelled like this. There's a different style that's like suede, and I don't really know what those are used for, but I'm pretty sure it's not absorbing water. This is a PVA chamois towel, and it feels like, it feels weird. It feels like a silicone foam almost. That's the best way I could describe it. And I don't even know if silicone foam is a thing, but it's like sort of rubbery texture, but like soft. I don't know. Get one, it works great. Another thing that we've been doing to just help prevent the moisture from even building up in the first place is like getting all of the water out of here before we cover up the windows and go to sleep for the night, because it seems like that's when it accumulates the most. You get a little bit during the daytime, like especially if it's like a rainy day and we're all three of us are in here for the day, which doesn't happen during the week because Mandy's working. But anyways, we have a little rubber squeegee thingy. I think this is made by Kohler. Yeah. But it's just like marketed as like a sink squeegee, which we're using it for, just pushing all the water from the walls of the sink down and then scraping the basin into the drain as well, but also doing it in the shower. It's like after we shower, the walls have little droplets of water everywhere, and then there's like a very thin layer of water on the floor. And we just scrape all that into the drain, so it's not like standing here evaporating because the heat's on in here and contributing to like condensation on all the walls and windows. And finally, we have this thing, which the jury is still out on this. I don't know if it's working or not. It's a dehumidifier, but it's really just a container of desiccant beads, and it has a little heating element in there. So when it's full of moisture, this little display kind of thing, like you can see all the beads in there, they turn blue. Then you just plug it into an outlet outside of the space that you're trying to dry, and it will evaporate all of the moisture out, and then it refreshes it so it's dry in there, and then you can bring it back into the space to absorb moisture again. One struggle that we're having is that it takes like 12 hours to dry it out, which I haven't had like a continuous 12 hours to run an extension cord outside of the van to dry this thing out. Another issue that we've had is twice now, it's our fault, it's fallen either off of the counter or like it was hanging when we were driving, and this hook just clips into the top, and I think that the clips are not really strong enough for the weight of the thing, and now 2 of the tabs are broken, so we can't hang it anymore anyways. But the beads spilled all over the place. So that's the issue. But I'm gonna keep trying and see if it works, and if not, then maybe we'll just stop using it. I don't know. A lot of people ask, what do I do all day in the van, because they know Mandy's working full-time and I'm allegedly just doing nothing at all. But a lot of the time, honestly, is just like hanging out with Dog and meeting his needs and walking him and feeding him and all that jazz, and just making sure that he's generally entertained. So today, basically right after she got out of the van to go into work, he was ready to go for the day. He was barking at me to get out of bed, and he had already eaten his breakfast, so we went out and we walked around for like 2 hours, a little bit longer than 2 hours. We went down to the beach, we hung out for a while, and we came back here and he was crashed out in his bed, and I made myself some lunch, and then I thought I would try to do some more work on training him to go up the passenger seat to get into this bed. And he was not really having it, and then after about a minute of trying, he bailed, and then he wanted to go outside again. So we walked for like another hour and 10 minutes or so, and he is crashed out hard, and I am not disturbing this boy. We're trying to teach Dog how to get into the bed.
So he doesn't wake me up at 3 a.m. anymore.
But he might be afraid of heights.
He gets to this point, and last time he stopped.
He's gonna bail.
Loki.
Come on, right here, dude. You're so close. Look, it's right here.
He also wants to be in the bed, but doesn't want to get there himself.
Yep. So he just barks at us at like 3:30 in the morning.
But won't do anything to help get into bed.
Yep. But he also won't let you lift him either. There's one. Right there. You got that one. Now get this one.
Good boy.
You're so close, dude.
Come on.
Right
Here.
Look it, it's so close.
Here. You want these? Look, there's so many cookies.
Look at this one right here. Looky. There's one. There's one.
Oh, you're getting closer. Oh, you're a good boy.
Look at, we did a lineup for you,
Come on.
buddy. Come
Here.
on.
Come on.
Yeah, this one. Do you see it? Hello? Right there. Get it. Maybe tomorrow.